All right, coming to you today from Atlanta, Georgia, I'm Neil Cavuto. Welcome back, everybody. And the crowd is building here for an event that is still 90 minutes away, but they obviously heard that I was here, and they decided, what the heck, we're not doing anything, so we might as well go see Neil. But it is a very, very big crowd, everybody, and they're joining really about 1,000 other rallies going on in 1,000 other locations across the country. They're expecting at these various rallies about 2 million people, which would be almost quadruple what we had last year, between 500 and 600,000 at rallies across the country. So the venues have changed a little bit. Remember, last year we were in Sacramento, California. This year in Atlanta, Georgia. But this is a movement that has sort of picked up steam and mushroomed pretty much everywhere. We saw some of it in Washington when we were covering the health care vote, and of course it's expanded significantly beyond that. With me right now is someone who is similarly concerned about these Tea Partiers' issues, even though I don't think this guy would call himself a Tea Partier. What I would call him is a genuine American hero and a pioneer, the last man to walk on the surface of the moon, and that's an honor he doesn't want to last forever, but increasingly Gene Cernan is concerned that distinction will hold forever, because he says that the present plans for NASA are really tantamount to deconstructing the organization, not moving it forward. Gene Cernan, I'm happy to say, the commander of Apollo 17, joining me today. Gene, very good to have you.
Hello, Neil. It's always great to be with you. And I want to tell you, I'm here with you today for the same reason Jenny Thomas and all those other thousands of people are with you today. I have concern for the future of this country.
What is the biggest concern you have for what's happening with the space program? You argue there spending is wise, and that's the one area where we're cutting where we shouldn't, right?
Well, you know, NASA has never been an entitlement. It's not a bailout. It's an investment in the future. For every penny we invest in NASA, you know, we've got returns in spades. And we are the leader of the world in human spaceflight, the leader of the world in technological development. We are the inspiration to those young kids out there, not just in our country, but around the world, to do what they didn't know couldn't be done, Neil. And we're going to throw a half a century of that down the tubes and start over. The word is transformation, I guess. That's a big word in administration. We're going to transform the country. We're going to transform NASA. And I'm not on board with that transformation.
All right, so when you and Neil Armstrong and Jim Lovell, the Apollo 13 commander, among others, wrote this letter, were you saying that the way NASA's going is bad, or what? I didn't quite understand.
Well, we thought long and hard about the letter after we heard about the president's proposed budget for NASA, which we all concluded jointly that it was a vision to nowhere, quite frankly. Nothing's changed today after I heard the president. You can take parts of his glib presentation today and add them up, and there's no definition, there's no detail, there's no real destination, there's no focus. What our intent was, the three of us spent, Neil, I don't know, you know it, we spent about 12 days over in the Persian Gulf talking to our young men and women, which, by the way, is another subject, a great experience, a great inspiration for us. Came back and started to think about, we're just like the Tea Party members. We wanted our voice to be heard, and if someone would listen, we just wanted to let them know how we felt about that proposal. And with three of us, well, not just the three of us, about 95% of my colleagues feel the same way. And we just wanted to get that down on paper so the American people could at least understand where we're coming from. And we did not want to be misinterpreted, so we thought very long and hard about the words that we used. And we certainly didn't want any political overtones.
Okay. Gene, thank you very, very much, and thank you. I know you're not exactly here, but we've been rivaling with the noise, but always good having you. Gene Cernan, a genuine American hero.